What does it feel like to wake up one morning and decide, I'm going to try to break a world record right here in America? Spoiler, it's exhilarating, kind of terrifying, and way more complicated than you'd imagine. If you've ever wondered how people end up as official world record holders, or if ordinary folks like you and me could even attempt such a feat, then buckle up, because I went for it, and I'm about to take you through every wild, stressful, and hilarious moment of the journey. Hey there, welcome back to Factual America, the channel where we dive into the fascinating stories, strange facts, and cultural quirks that make the USA so unique. I'm glad you clicked on today's video because this is a story of ambition, mishap, and maybe a little triumph. Today, I'm sharing my attempt to break a real official world record on American soil. We'll dig into what it takes to challenge the best, shine a spotlight on America's obsession with being number one, and uncover some record-breaking stories you'll want to share at your next dinner party. And trust me, you do not want to miss the twists I ran into along the way. Let's be honest, Americans love records, not just the vinyl kind. We're talking about biggest butter sculpture, fastest to run the mile in flip-flops, most cheeseburgers eaten in 3 minutes. If it's been done once, someone in this country is trying to do it better, faster, or weirder. There's something in our culture that says, why blend in when you can stand out? And world records? Well, they're the ultimate badge of standing out. Here's a fun fact for you. The Guinness World Records book actually got its start from an argument at a British pub. But nowadays, America leads the globe in the sheer number of entries. In 2023 alone, more than 11,000 Americans officially applied to break a world record. Now, you may think most of these records are held by Olympic athletes or super geniuses, but a lot of the time, it's just regular people, students, teachers, retired grandmas, doing extraordinary, sometimes downright bizarre things for the thrill of it. So, how do you actually break a world record in America? The first step is harder than it seems: picking a record. There are hundreds of thousands to choose from. Some are incredibly difficult, some are highly specific, and some are just, well, weird. I spent hours combing through the Guinness website, scrolling from most toilet seats broken by the head in 1 minute, seriously, look it up, to fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head. It's overwhelming. Eventually, I settled on a classic but surprisingly challenging feat: the most sticky notes stuck on the face in 1 minute. Why this one? 2 reasons. First, it seemed safe. No risk of hospital visits here. Second, it's honestly harder than it sounds, and the record was set by an American. So there's patriotic pressure too. The current record is 58 sticky notes. Sounds easy, right? Here's the catch. The sticky notes have to stay on your face for at least 10 seconds after time is up. They can't overlap. You have only your bare hands and a stopwatch. The moment I started practicing, I realized 2 things. 1, my face gets sweaty under pressure, and 2, sticky notes, ironically, are not very sticky once your adrenaline starts pumping. In the process, I discovered a whole subculture of aspiring record breakers. Some people have spent years perfecting their chosen stunts. One guy from Minnesota has broken over 200 records, from eating jelly donuts blindfolded to dribbling basketballs for miles. You name it, Americans are probably training somewhere for it right now. My family and friends got in on the fun too. There were wild evenings with sticky notes stuck to foreheads, cheeks, and even ears. The dog got involved. not compliant with Guinness rules, by the way. We experimented. Should I wash my face first? Should I chill the sticky notes so they hold better? Eventually, it became community science and a running joke at every gathering. How's the face glue coming, champ? On the day of my official attempt, it was all nerves. I set up a tripod to film, gathered my witnesses for the required video proof, and even laid out backup sticky notes in case something went wrong. Quick behind the scenes, there were sticky notes everywhere. I'm still finding them under the couch. I took a deep breath, hit record, and went for it. At first, it was easy, slapping notes on my cheeks, my chin, even my nose. But as the clock ticked down, my hands fumbled and some notes started to peel. It was frantic, slightly ridiculous, and honestly, way more fun than it had any right to be. When the minute ended, there were 61 sticky notes stuck to my face, or so I thought. That's the most gut-check moment. You have to wait, not move, and hope nothing falls for those crucial 10 seconds. I watched as my reflection in the camera shifted. Would they stick? Would they slide? The final verdict. I had 54 notes still holding. I was 4 short of the record. Close, but no official entry in the book. At least, not this time. But here's the unexpected plot twist. After posting my attempt in a Record Breakers online group, people started sharing their own tips and stories of almost records failure and going back for one last try. Turns out for most Americans, it's not really about the title. It's about the experience, the fun, the community spirit, and let's be honest, the outtakes. I mean, when else can you ask your neighbor to judge your attempt at eating 20 marshmallows with chopsticks? Americans have broken records dressed as gorillas, riding lawn mowers, flipping pancakes, and even hugging trees. We might fail spectacularly before we succeed, but every try is a celebration of creativity, and sometimes good old-fashioned stubbornness. So, did I walk away a little disappointed? Maybe. But more than that, I realized anyone can attempt something extraordinary. There's magic in the trying and the laughter, and in the very American determination to say, why not me? And who knows, maybe next year I'll go for fastest time to duct tape a friend to the wall. Don't worry, I'll get their permission first. Now, I want to know, if you could attempt any world record, what would it be? Something wild, something funny, something you think you could actually pull off? Drop your answers in the comments. I'm excited to see what wild records make your bucket list. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you want more quirky true stories from across America, and share this video with someone who's always up for a ridiculous challenge. Thanks for tuning in to Factual America, where we celebrate the record holders, the dreamers, and everyone who's ready to try something new. Remember, the only real failure is never stepping up to the challenge. So keep dreaming big, keep chasing the record books, and I'll see you in the next one.